Three, two, one, action. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Born to Rise Beauty from Ashes. I'm your host, Stephanie Brandolini, and I am so excited to have you here with me today. And before we get going, I just need to share a little bit about who I am, so we're not total strangers, and really what you can expect from this show, as this is the pilot episode, and we're just getting going over here. So, as I said, my name is Stephanie Brandolini. I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur, and I am first and foremost a writer. That is my greatest passion, honestly. And my creative passions have taken me to so many more places than I could ever have expected. I'm also a speaker. I'm also now a TV host, and I do a lot of work in the health and wellness space. And there'll be more that gets revealed in all the other things I do as we go along here. But really, I have my pillars, as I like to call them, of what I do projects on top of. So those pillars are health, wealth, creativity, and faith. And faith really surrounds all of it. And I hope that everything we talk about here resonates. I mean, you're here for a reason. I don't know how you found this. Maybe you are already following me on the socials. Maybe you found this some other way. But truly, if you are here for a reason. And a big thing that I'm going to be talking about and really exemplifying in this whole show is authenticity. A big thing that I show and teach is authentic authority. Because, guys, I am not here to be fake, and I hope you aren't either. I think we get enough of that out there in the world, right? But really, truly, your authenticity is your power. And I'm going to be super authentic with you guys and tell you that, none of this almost didn't happen. This show, what I'm going to talk about, the creative works I've done, because I almost let fear win. I almost let fear hold me back from my calling, my purpose, my raison d'être. And part of what I'm here to do is to show the way for you all to not let that happen to you, because if you're here, you have a calling. So that calling has called you here. And I'm here to share with you how you can, unearth the gifts that are within you. Maybe you already have the gift, but you're like, how do I use it? Maybe there's fear, resistance, whatever holding you back. I'm here to share tools, testimonies. There's going to be a lot of things that, honestly, guys, I don't know 100% yet. I said yes to this show because God told me to, and He told me He would be revealing the steps as they come, not the whole staircase, which is a big thing that I would really recommend that you lean into too, especially anyone who out there who may be a bit of a control freak. I know exactly what that's like. And it's not a bad thing, you guys, that control freakness can be used to your benefit, but the extreme of it is definitely what we don't want, right? So, and speaking of gifts and God, and I will be talking a lot about God on here, and I do want to just preface that by saying that I respect any and all beliefs, whatever you choose to call the your higher power. Like, I really do respect that, and I am here to share my testimony because my Father God, as I like to call him, as I call him myself, he saved my life, and I can't not testify to him, guys. So here we go. And another authentic thing I got to share with you is I almost didn't record this episode today. I was like, okay, maybe we should wait another day, But the Holy Spirit told me today is the day. And I'm coming on here imperfect, authentic, messy, even a little bit, to share with you that your mess is actually your message, and there is magnificence in it. So that is exactly what I want to get into in this first part here, because so many people are held back by this false idol, actually, of perfectionism. And we've heard it so many times that there's no such thing as perfection, sure, but still, there's a weird thing within us. I don't know if it's like for me, I always call these patterns or like strongholds even that have gotten into my mind and even my soul a little bit that I did a lot of work to let go of. And not just let go of, but release, drop, stop carrying, literally casting it off myself. And there is such power in that, you guys. It's not meant to be this heavy burden. It's not meant to be super, super easy. but it actually can be easeful. This going after your calling, there is a fire that fuels you to go forward that is undeniable. And if you're here, I'm guessing you know what I mean. And if you don't, then hang on tight because you'll get to learn. Um, and this whole thing about being messy, you guys, let's face it, we're all a mess. And the sooner we can all be real about that, the sooner we can all get along better and really work together to complement each other's messes. Because another big thing I do is collaboration. And there's no point collaborating with people who have the same talents as you. You collaborate with people who have maybe the opposite or a complementary or, and you all work together for a greater goal. That's why, like, a big thing that I am working towards is building a creative empire and filmmaking, storytelling, all these things. And you cannot do that alone, obviously. And you need other people to literally build that village for you, with you, not for you, but with you. And I am called to say right now that anyone out there that may be waiting for that perfect moment, waiting for that feeling of, oh, I'm ready, like it will never come, you guys. It will never come. Like I was kind of in that a little bit today. I'm like, should I not do my episode today? Should I not? It's like, no, the time is now. You know, sometimes not always, I would also advise don't jump into anything when you're supercharged, super emotional, always come from that calm, still, peaceful place, that peace that surpasses all understanding. Because from there is truly where you can build something meaningful, something worthwhile, and something lasting. So, getting into the messy part of things, the title of this show, Born to Rise, Beauty from Ashes, is a bit of a testament to that because for my fellow believers and Bible readers, people that love scripture out there, you may recognize that as coming from beauty for ashes in Isaiah 61. And it is technically for ashes in the Bible. But when I was out in my nature spot, I call it my nature office. I go to nature a lot. I live by a really amazing park here in Vancouver, Canada. And I go there to write, create, and just let the spirit speak through me. And that's what I did when I was co-creating this show. I didn't even have a title when I said yes to this, you guys. I went in not from a charged place of emotion. I definitely prayed on it and stuff, but I came into this not knowing exactly what it was going to be, but knowing that it was something I couldn't say no to. It called to me. So Beauty from Ashes came into my mind, and it was actually speaking to me through different songs and stuff. It was songs of beauty for ashes. But when I wrote it down, because being a writer, I like to write these things out. That's how I process. I also speak it out too. Speaking, writing, words, you guys. Words are powerful. Use them wisely. And when I wrote the title of this, it came out Beauty from Ashes. And as creative and flowy as I am, I also have a side to me that is quite analytical sometimes, and that's got me into some trouble. But it's also something I use for good as well, because you need to be detail oriented too. And I noticed I was like, that's not exactly the scripture, but God told me that's what it is. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking in a season of obedience, and I'm not going to argue with my Father God. And as I kept saying the title and using it and sharing about it, I knew more and more that that's what it was meant to be called, because this is not just about trading ashes for beauty. That is what happens. But I'm here to share about the becoming, the in between. It's not just like that. You don't just trade it and you're done. There is a big becoming piece that a lot of people miss out on. And I'm not here to share the highlight reel, guys. I'm here to share what most people probably won't talk about on camera. I'm here to be real. I'm here to be raw. I'm here to be authentic, messy, imperfect, and show you that that's the way to rise. It is messy. It is, it hurts sometimes, guys. It hurts the part of you that doesn't want to rise. You might call this the ego, the flesh, the I don't want to part. Does anybody know what I mean by the I don't want to part? I would love to hear in the comments here or like message me somewhere if you know what I mean by the I don't want to part. That part, you guys, she wants to rise too, but she's so afraid. And we got to give her love. but the spirit of you, that's the part of you that we get to call on to rise and be the leader in this whole thing, because it's like a dance between the ego or the dark and the light, and ultimately leading to a place of full light. So beauty from ashes. We're here to talk about it all. And becoming, you guys, there is such a beauty in that. There is a beauty in our messiness. Like we're human beings, you guys. We are part divine, part human. And the sooner we embrace all of that, the happier we're all going to be. And at the end of the day, and I do this too, taking life too seriously sometimes, getting stuck in anxiety, fear, depression. I have been through the gamut of that, you guys, and sometimes it still knocks at my door. But I just have the tools now to go through that and to really like take it seriously, but also not so much. For my fellow nerds out there, it's like being in a video game. You know, we're like our own avatars and our own stories going through this game. And, like I said, you don't get the whole staircase. You don't know the whole game. You pick up power-ups and lives and you die a few times and come back. You know what I mean? So that's what this journey has all been about for me. And the story of this show is not all about me. I'm going to be sharing my testimony. I'm going to be bringing on amazing guests that are going to share their testimonies. I'm going to be sharing tools of transformation. I'm going to be sharing things I don't even know yet, guys. It's going to come through me as we go. But it is going to help equip you on your journey. Because y'all, God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. And the only way to get equipped is as you move. You're not going to get equipped just sitting there. So let's go. Um, really hone into that, guys. Your messy, magnificent message. But there is a way to fine tune that and present it and all of those things. And you do that just as you move. And I'm going to lead from that into a big thing that I get to talk about with you guys today. I'm very excited about is one of the things that I almost didn't do because I almost let fear stop me. And this episode, while it's the pilot episode, I wanted to set you guys up for what to expect and also share with you one of the best tools that's helped me and helped many of my readers is a novel that I wrote. And I'm going to pick it up off a shelf here and show it to you in my background here. So this is my novel that I wrote last year. Well, I guess I should say co-wrote. It is called Bridging the Digital Divide. And as I was sharing with this episode, I almost didn't write this because of fear. I almost didn't write anything because of fear. It took me going through a lot of transformational training, leadership, writing classes, mentorship, all different kinds of things that I'm now able to stand here and say, I am a writer. Not just that I'm a writer, I am an international best-selling author, multiple times, award-winning screenwriter on my way to building my creative empire. But it's a thing that's not really mine. When I surrendered to the fact that I am not I'm the vessel, but I am not the source. And guys, oh my God, that is literally like a weight lifted off you. And this novel, while it is an epic read and it is very entertaining and fun, it is also a transformational textbook toolkit for you to go on your own healing journey. I guess I should say a little bit what it's about before I go on a little bit too much. So, it's called Bridging the Digital Divide. And it is about this eccentric, intuitive TV showrunner named Samantha Sands. And this novel, by the way, is set a bit in the future. I set it in 2050 because, as you know, from the digital part of it, you might guess, this is about the rise of technology, specifically the rise of AI technology in the creative world. Because Samantha runs her family's production studio, and she is dead set on never using AI for anything. And she does not have a choice in the matter as our show, well, it's going to be a show one day, you guys, but as the story opens, because her budget-conscious board of directors is forcing her to use this AI technology to cut costs, to keep up with the times, all those kind of things. And she's real not happy about it. But as she starts to get to know this AI, who, by the way, is called Iris, and I named her Iris because I've always been fascinated with Greek mythology. And there is a mythological goddess in Greek mythology called Iris. She is the Greek messenger goddess of rainbows. And, messaging is one of my gifts, you guys. I'm a messaging specialist. And I wanted Iris to be that for Samantha and for the greater good of this story. Also, IRIS stands for Intuitive Response Ideation System. I love making up acronyms and things, so that's what she is. And as Samantha starts to work with Iris, she and her form this kind of energetic spiritual bond. And as Iris kind of prompts her with certain questions, she is prompted into this memory regression. Samantha is prompted into this memory regression where it begins this journey of unearthing this spiritual gift she has to heal herself and others. And there's a whole love story element going on with her and the AI's creator. And it's also a story of overcoming addiction because Samantha cannot wield this gift, this power, with being addicted to certain things. So this is going to be a little hard not to share spoilers for you guys, but I will do my best because you've got to read it. I don't want to ruin that for you. Um, and when I say heals herself, I gotta not spoil this, you guys, but the healing, it's her, but it's also not her own strength. And it's a very big faith walk as well. And the story definitely is drawn from a lot of my own feelings and experiences. It's not me, but I know what it's like to be in that healing journey. And I wanted to viscerally and visually show what it's like to go into the mind of someone, the mind, the spirit, and go into these kind of different dimensions of healing and unearth that gift that lives within you too.
Thank you for watching Prospera TV Network. We hope you're enjoying the show. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So that's why it is like a transformational toolkit, a transformational textbook. And it'll take you on a fun journey, but it also will take you on a healing journey, like I said. And I want to share with you guys, I'm going to share with you guys more as I come out with my next episodes week by week. But for this episode in particular, I need to share with you guys that you don't need to be perfect to start. You will never be perfect to start. And I am not coming to teach and show and share from a place of perfection. I'm here to testify from a place of experience. And, had I waited for some perfect moment to write this, it wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be a bestseller. It wouldn't have touched many readers already. It wouldn't be a platform for me to share the grace of God that has blessed me so abundantly. And this is honestly just the beginning in so many ways. But truly, I tell you, you have your own gifts. Especially if you've been drawn to this show, especially if you've been following me for a while, if you resonate with what I'm telling you here, you guys, you have a calling, you have a gift that needs to be unearthed, expressed, unleashed, and unlocked. And it really all starts with your story. And if you're someone like, you've wanted to write a book forever or are working on your signature talks as a speaker, you're building a business, you're birthing a family, you're birthing something new into the world, something, and it doesn't have to be art in your traditional sense, but whatever you're creating, you're meant to create it. It wouldn't be calling to you otherwise. So that is a big thing that I teach on and share and show that there's fear around it, right? There's the reason why you haven't gone after it fully, or maybe you are, but you're like stuck, you're in a push-pull thing of like maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. There is fear, like resistance, anxiety, oh, I'll just push it off to another day, delay, hesitation. It all comes from a place of fear. Let's just be real about that. But you can rewrite that fear, and by doing so, find your warrior strength within this like misperceived weakness you might think you have of, oh, I'm not ready, or oh, I'm not good enough. That, you guys, that I'm not good enough thing. That is a huge thing that almost derailed my life. And I am here to take a stand against. And actually, Samantha does too. You literally, I can't say spoilers, you guys, but we go beneath, beneath, beneath into so many layers of her, and it'll take you into layers of yourself to find what is really underneath the fear, the resistance, whatever that's holding you back, and give you tools through story to use yourself. And I just can't wait for you to read it. And if you're someone who has read it, I am so excited for you because you are ahead of the game as we go more into future episodes. And we're not just going to discuss this book, you guys. There's going to be so much more to come. But in this first episode and a few episodes this month, I feel called to talk about this novel in particular and share it as a living testimony in this textbook that you get to go on and find your gift because it's already there. You don't have to go looking for it outside. It's already within you. And you get to, along the way of this video game journey of your life, come up against and meet and experience things and people, situations, this show, other things, other trainings that you've been in that are all triggers to transformation. That's another thing, you guys. Samantha has a lot of triggers and a lot of stuff that happens to her that is very uncomfortable, but in the triggers, there is transformation. In fact, triggers are portals to transformation. So, for any of you, especially if you suffer from anxiety or that depression or that like, reactive feeling, you guys, I have been there and then some. In fact, I used to be like debilitated by anxiety. I almost didn't even leave my house sometimes because I was so anxious. But when I use the tools and systems that I've learned from experts and that God has given me, I have found the gold within what I once feared most, you know? And that's what I'm here to share with you guys. One of the things, anyway, there's a lot to come on this show, but transformation and that transformative becoming from ashes to beauty, that's what this show is all about. And I'm so excited to take you on more of a ride. And a couple takeaways I want to leave you with about really going after that dream, whether it is writing or speaking or whatever creative calling, whatever it is. I'm not just going to say do it, go after it. Everyone will tell you that. Yes, do that. And also expect the resistance. And, it might not be easy. It won't be easy at first, but it will get easier and it will become easeful, And the yoke of your greatest life is not meant to be burdensome and heavy and all of that. It will take work, but it is meant to be joyful and light and this freedom that comes from you expressing whatever it is within you that needs to be expressed in this world. And, that joyful feeling will not come right away, probably. But that's why I'm here to share with you the tools, the transformative ways, other people that I'll have on here to help you and just reveal to you your greatest gift, which I don't know what that is, you guys, but it will be revealed if you keep going and you are relentless in the pursuit of it because it won't leave you. You can choose to leave it, but it will never leave you because it is in you. I believe that our calling is, written on our soul by God. And, things may happen in life, things will happen in life. Everyone has trauma, let's be honest about that. And it may get buried for a while under that trauma. One of the first, actually, in my first best-selling book, which was an anthology, I wrote a chapter in. It was called, um, what did I call it again? It was Your deepest wounds are using your deepest wounds as fuel for your calling. because truly those wounds and those experiences that may have sucked, within them there is, like I said, gold and those keys to transformation. And this book is in, like, again, Samantha goes through all these deep wounds, these familial father mother wounds, wounds around love, and especially wounds of not feeling good enough. And I truly believe like that is the pandemic of our modern era, people not feeling good enough. And that comes out in so many crazy ways. It often comes out as like, either people will crouch in on themselves and like hide, or they'll be overly like, showy, and it'll come across really not good. So it is a toxin in our life, this not good enough thing, because you were born fearfully and wonderfully made, and you were made to shine. Not in an arrogant way, not in an I'm better than you way, but in a way that you know your value and your worth. And that is another thing that I am here to share with you too. Oh, I'm so excited to keep going on this journey with you guys. It's going to be epic. And get this textbook for yourself so we can go along together. I'm not going to go through the whole story exactly, but I do want to take you through some key points in here that will help you along your journey. And along the way, guys, things will come up. The Spirit's going to speak through me, and we're gonna see how it rolls, y'all. This is also a becoming, you become in the action of it. You become as you move. And I invite you on this journey with me, and I am so excited to be here with you. Thank you for joining me. And one last thing I'll just leave you with, guys, is, you were never meant to stay silent. A lot of us have really, you know, felt like we can't speak up, felt like we're too much, too broken, whatever it is. Well, I'm going to say it again, that there is magnificence in your mess. Don't doubt it, shout it. So, Bridging the Digital Divide is available on Amazon and actually Barnes and Noble too. I recommend Amazon, but wherever you choose to buy it. I will link in the show notes. And there's also the first chapter is actually free on Amazon. So check out the first chapter. I don't expect you to just get it right. And if you feel called to get it right away, definitely do that and meet me in the next episode to talk about it more. But the first chapter is available for free to read on Amazon. And I want to offer a special gift to you viewers out there. Um, the first 7 of you to either email me or message me on social media, you will get a free PDF copy of Bridging the Digital Divide. Because truly, guys, I want this story to sow seeds into those who are ready to rise. And that's really, well, actually, that's not everyone. I was almost going to say that's everyone. Everyone deserves to rise, but not everyone will. And the fact that you're here to the very end shows that you have that potential, that you are already doing it, that has already happened. You just get to draw down that happening, that next level. This is another thing we talk about in Bridging the Digital Divide. It is drawing down the kingdom of heaven, because that is, I truly believe, our highest level, our highest selves, our greatest. Because the word highest might not be the right word, but the greatest life, the best life, is that life that already exists in the realm, dimension, whatever you want to call it, of heaven. And we get to draw it down into this lifetime. It's not just for when we die. It's not just for when we pass on and get to go live up there with Jesus and God and have a big party. That's not what happens, I don't think, but I just like to say that because it's fun. Well, we get to live that beauty and that eternal favor in the now, and you deserve it. And then the sooner you know that, the sooner you fully embrace that, the more it will come, the faster it will come. Well, this is not a rush, but you'll start to notice the momentum of this messy magnificence taking you to where you've always been meant to go. And guys, it might not be where you thought or even where you wanted to go, but it will be greater than you can ever imagine. So I can't wait to hear from you guys that message me or email me about getting your free PDF copy. Put something in the subject line if you're emailing me. Put like Born to Rise in the subject line and just say, hey, I'm messaging to claim my free copy of Bridging the Digital Divide, and I will send it to you. And I can't wait to take you on this journey, you guys. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. I am very excited to share more tools, systems, guests. And like I said, guys, I don't even know fully yet, but the staircase will be revealed as we go. So, as we close out, one more thing I'll say about myself that is going to feed into how I say goodbye to you. As a writer and as a person, really, growing up, I grew up on a steady diet of Star Wars, Sailor Moon, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So that's why I write about the things I write about. And over these past few years, being on this incredible spiritual faith walk, it's all combined into what I write about now, what I speak about now, and this whole show in general. So, all that to say, I hope you had a beautiful time. And don't forget that you were born to rise, and may the force of faith be with you all.
This is your Prospera era, where dreams align with grace, abundance flows like rivers. You've stepped into your place. Rise, reign, and remember, you were born to shine. Welcome to your moment, Prospera, it's time. We hope you enjoyed today's show on Prospera TV Network. Make it a point to visit us on YouTube and catch all your favorite shows anytime you want. Interested in hosting a show of your own? Or advertising your business on our network? Contact Elena Rodriguez.